we're setting a high vision and we're matching that vision, whatever it is, with our crystal clear intentions, with our thoughts, with our deeds, with our vibratory frequency, as Michael Beckwith would say. And when we set our vibration high, all answers will come to us. All things will be provided to us. And we don't have to know how. That's the wonderful thing. That's the wonderful thing about the law of attraction. It's the wonderful thing about prayer and spirituality is that you can let go of worrying about what the next step is going to be and how we're going to get there. Because anyone that's looking at our world situation right now might go, how are we going to solve this? We don't have to worry about how. We can just pray for the what it is that we see for that divine vision that we know can be expressed. You know, Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. And when Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, his words were almost sung when he was speaking. His oratory was almost like this singing. And he was very preacher-like in his talks. And the vibration that caught on from that one speech, the vibration of I have a dream, that word, those words emanated and carried this vision that millions of people can grab onto. We reach the dream in many ways, but we have not reached the ultimate vision of what he set out to do. So if that's what you pray for tonight, that's beautiful too. We're going to be praying for a lot of things, and it's up to you what you prayed for. And so we're here as a like-minded community to pray because the world needs our prayers right now. The world needs us. It needs people to be thinking about the solutions. It needs people to be thinking about harmony. And when I mentioned that we can create a better world, this I have a dream state, if you may not feel like visioning for the world, you may be in a state where you're dealing with troubles where you need to start with yourself. And that's wonderful. So whether you start with yourself, or whether you're praying for one other person, or whether you're praying for 7 billion people, or all the inhabitants and creatures of this planet, it doesn't matter because we can begin to make that change just by beginning to make that change within ourselves. You remember the peace song, right? How did the peace song go? Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. It's not a new idea. That's so easy to see. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me, because that will be contagious. That love will be contagious more so than anything else that's contagious. The love and the vision will be contagious. So I'll finish up this brief talk by saying tonight's vision, a world in harmony, is interesting to me because I look at harmony in these ways. There's dissolving our differences. Last Sunday, we had a guest speaker at our Unity Sunday service, and she quoted this Rumi poem, out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And I was just thinking, out beyond ideas of black and white, out beyond ideas of left and right, out beyond ideas that create polarity and distance between us, out beyond our differences and our disagreements, there is a field that has nothing to do with judgment. It has nothing to do with right and wrong. You're wrong and I'm right. Less than, you have less than, I have more. There's a field that we can all come from and function, and that is the field that I'm calling harmony. The other aspect of harmony for you musicians or you fans of music is, isn't it interesting that harmony, when Margot is singing something, there can be notes in the background that are different than what she's doing. And there can be rhythms that are counter to each other. And there can be a whole choir singing harmony 1, harmony 2, harmony 3, harmony 4, harmony 5. And there can be a huge symphony playing different notes. Yet those notes, they're different, but they are blending together in this symphony of sound that is this creation. Some people say that is the human body. It is this symphony of cells, each vibrating at its own, with its own song, coming together, trillions of cells to support this symphonic creation that is you on this symphonic planet filled with 7 billion people. What if we were all a part of one big choir in harmony together? I believe in that vision instead of cacophony. And finally, last night, at around 2 in the morning, I found myself somehow watching a Star Trek clip. And I realized how much I loved Star Trek as a kid. And it brought back this feeling of magic. And the reason why I liked Star Trek as a kid was because my family didn't necessarily model harmony. But if there's one thing, whether you've seen the first Star Trek episode or any of them, everyone got along. They resolved their differences at the end of the day, the people on the ship. At least in the first series they did. You knew that come the next series, they would all be like family again. And they set these high visions. They set these high visions of people of all creeds and colors being at senior levels on the deck of the Starship Enterprise. The first interracial kiss happened in 1969 on Star Trek. They set a vision where you didn't need money. They set a vision where there was no lack, so you could just go to the food replicator and ask for food. So they set this high vision. And so much of it has come true in terms of the technology that they imagined. Ultrasound, iPhones, if you go watch a Star Trek episode, those things are all over there. They envisioned it. So I believe that we can reach the state of harmony that they envisioned in the end, where all beings can live at peace together. So what's harmony to you? You may want to just take a breath and just think about what is harmony in the individual? What is harmony in your community? What is harmony on the planet? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Once again, not worrying about the how. And so why don't we take a moment, and I'm just going to have us go into a meditation and think about this a little bit more. Take a deep breath. And with each breath, just acknowledge and be grateful for the miracle of you. The miracle of what is happening when you take a breath. The miracle of being here. The inhalation and the exhalation connecting with us. We're breathing the breath of God, the breath of life. And a million reactions go off in our body that scientists took centuries to understand and still are trying to understand. They're miracles. Each breath energizes us, and each outgo of the breath relaxes us into this trusting space. And this breathing continues even when we're sleeping, rejuvenating, feeding our cells. So grateful just to be alive. I just want you to let that feeling wash over you, that feeling of gratitude and of love. And let's let this feeling of gratitude open up into this knowledge that there is unlimited potential. Infinite possibilities. We don't need to know the answers. Knowing that a way will be made out of no way. Knowing and being aware that a blessing is coming our way, followed by another blessing, followed by another blessing, upon a multitude of blessings that we don't even know what they are yet. Each blessing a gift. So we let this awareness of a way out of no way become a doorway for harmony, peace, love, and joy on the planet. And we just let that be.